We have many people in our network who worked in unacknowledged special access projects. Now, this is very different from a special access project or special access personnel. It was reported in the media about Hillary Clinton having access to SAP. Well, of course, many people do. A special access project is simply a compartmentalized project within the intelligence system. And you know, there are only 3 levels of classification: confidential, secret, and top secret. It's the compartment that you're in that is key. Now, Edward Snowden, he disclosed something called PRISM, among other things. PRISM was a special access project, but it was acknowledged. The president knew about it, the Congress knew about it, the key members of the intelligence committees. We're talking about unacknowledged special access projects that are funded to the tune of $100 to $200 billion a year that are illegal because they will not tell anyone that is not in that compartment what they're doing. And I have a number of people who worked in these projects. And for example, one Navy gentleman was in one project that was between $2 and $3 billion, one unacknowledged special access project compartment. These projects are exactly the fulfillment of what Eisenhower warned us about when he said, beware of the military-industrial complex. And so it's for this reason that I want people to understand that what we're exposing are not all secrets within the US government or all secrets within the British government. We're only exposing, and this is going to be the greatest expose in history on this, projects that are unacknowledged and are being run illegally. I want to make this distinction very clearly so that people do not get confused. There's a lot of confusion on this in the public. And we stay on very safe ground when we are exposing projects that are being run illegally. Because let's face it, if the President of the United States or the CIA director or these senior fellows at the Pentagon, generals and admirals I've met with, and Ministry of Defense head in the United Kingdom, are being denied access and lied to about projects going on under their own command, but that are unacknowledged special access projects, that is by definition unconstitutional and illegal. It violates all oversight requirements of the Constitution and of the National Security Act. So we want to be really clear that those are the projects that we are going to bring forward and let people know about. And the reason these projects have such extreme secrecy around them is because the implications are so vast. When I started this project, Starlight Initiative, which I was helping Lawrence Rockefeller, and he and I were in the early days in 1993 and 4 collaborating on this. I was at his ranch out in the Tetons, and the JY Ranch, which had been the Rockefeller Ranch out there. And he took me out one night out onto the deck and he said, you know, Dr. Greer, the implications of this disclosure are so vast and so profound that no aspect of life on Earth will be unaffected. And I turned to Mr. Rockefeller and I said, yes, sir, that's why they're unacknowledged. That's why they're so secret. That is precisely the problem. If this were a trivial issue, it would have leaked out in the New York Times decades ago. It's because the implications are so profound. But these implications and the secrecy has become a threat to all life on Earth. The first head of the CIA, who after he retired, Admiral Roscoe Hillenkoetter, said in a letter that I have that the secrecy around UFOs is a threat to the national security. The UFOs are not a threat. He did not say that. The secrecy is a threat. And so it's not only a threat to the national security of the United States and other countries, it is now, and that was in 1961, it is now 50 some years later, has become an existential threat to all life on Earth because we are now destroying the biosphere and also creating a geopolitical time bomb where there's so much poverty and disparity of income that it can go in only one direction, and that is a violent global revolution, unless we fix it. And so that's why this issue is so important. It is not a trivial issue.